atmosphere and look, and they play a role in the game. So we go back to things like the Inhumans' historical relationship with Creed is a key element to the game. It's not in. I mean, I don't remember offhand if there are any Inhumans in the Kang Dynasty or Avengers Forever. There are some, but they're not, important. But in the game, where again build that out fractally, there's room for that kind of thing to matter.
And I think in addition to that is, as Kurt said, bringing in new characters who may have never faced Kang before. So I look at your shirt and I see Spider-Gwen, and Spider-Gwen's in there, and Squirrel Girl, and Ms. Marvel, and so you have, as you mentioned, Man-Thing. So all these characters, actually, in history are themed throughout time. Everything from the 60s to comics coming out last week. And how can we bring the best of characters from every decade, and how can we bring some of the new characters that maybe, hopefully we are introducing them in the right way, so that someone can come play this game and say, what's a Spider-Gwen? I don't know who that is, but I love her, and I want to go check her out in comics or what else. And so we always think about, it is an honor and a responsibility that we may be bringing characters to people for the first time. And if we can do it in a way that makes someone really excited and makes a new fan out of them, and lets them then go on a journey to find these characters in other mediums, and I think we've done our job, and we want to pay it back and pay it forward.
So you mentioned that Arthur and TT came to you guys about we want to use Kang.
Yeah.
But this is really the first time we've had Kang as a major villain in anything.
Yes.
We've seen Galactus, we've seen Thanos, we've seen Ultron.
May be, aside from some cartoons he's in, this may be the biggest stage that Kang has ever had at Marvel.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, we may be introducing Kang to the most people ever.
Well, but that was kind of what I was going to touch on. You have a variety of different games that you guys put out.
Sure.
Action games,
Sure.
fighting games, and stuff like that. Had Kang been, brought up before, and you were just waiting for the right fit?
Sure.
And because obviously a game like this, where it's like, let's get as mwell as many worlds as
Right.
Lego, it's very unlimited.
Right.
Did it just come down to the fit?
Well, I can't speak for what exactly the very first spark in their mind. I know at Marvel Kang has appeared in Marvel Heroes Omega, and he's probably in Marvel Puzzle Quest, and he's appeared before in different missions, but he's never been the star of the show and had his whole game around him. And so I think Arthur and his team realized that when you think about the big Avengers villains who have got starring roles, whether it's in the films like Loki and Ultron, and now here comes Thanos, one of the untouched big bads is Kang. And he's been throughout the entire Avengers history and has such great memorable moments, but he hasn't. I think he hasn't gotten his starring role, the spotlight on him, at this stage. And I think they realized once they started reading the comics, just how great this character is. And it's just, you can get a story like Avengers Forever, and then bring that. Oh my gosh, you got to read this story! It's so good, and we can make this whole game about it. And so I think just the opportunity and the richness of the character, and then just thinking about, oh my gosh, it can be moments from throughout one timeline, like just ancient Egypt or medieval England, or it can be alternate timelines, maybe from other realities that we can tap into. And that's when you get the 2099s and things like that. And just locations, and if he goes and conquers nowhere, you can go in the game, which is so great about Chronopolis, you can go down to Lemuria, that's underwater, you can go underwater, and you can go up all the way to nowhere, which is floating over top. And that's what Kang can do. He can bring all these locations and time periods and characters all together into one place.
I think that was Hydra.
Yeah. We're all also in the game.
So, I mean,
You're
I'm ready.
Yes.
So
Cliffhanger.
I wanted to get this part out because I'm pretty sure you got this before, but under the Lego brand, it's a perfect opportunity for you guys. Have you ever thought about doing Marvel meets DC in Lego?
Huh.
I mean, it sounds. If you think about it, it's the perfect avenue.
Sure,
right?
sure.
It's the one time where you can actually just have fun and deal with stuff. You know what I mean? And cross over and have this grander story with, because we've done it before, we've seen it before.
Sure.
You've crossed over like with the Evil Dead. You've crossed over with other
In the comics.
Yeah, in the comics.
Right.
And of course DC. That'd be great. Tony Stark and Batman just being smartasses about who's greater, billionaires, and who makes the most money.
I got to do that in the comics. I did JLA Avengers, so the last time that there was a Marvel DC crossover, I got to have fun with that. Here's the problem with it, and it's creatively, anybody at Marvel, anybody at DC will tell you that would be so much fun.
Yeah.
DC is owned by Warner Brothers. Marvel is owned by Disney. Warner Brothers and Disney have crossed over before in a movie called Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
I love that.
And they spent years figuring out how to agree that Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny would have exactly the same number of seconds of screen time. Because this is what lawyers do at that level. So what I would say is everything you're saying is cool. Everything you're saying would, that would make for a dynamite game. And the ability to actually make that deal happen, it's much, much easier for DC to go to Dark Horse and say, let's do Wonder Woman Conan.
Yeah.
Because Dark Horse is not DC's major competitor, and Dark Horse is not owned by DC's owner's major competitor. So they can say, Wonder Woman's cool, Conan's cool, let's have some fun. And the earlier Marvel DC crossovers kind of happened that way. But nothing's impossible. Some things are difficult. This is one of the more difficult things.
And I would say, hey, Lego Dimensions, really focused on that and did an awesome job. And that was their intention, and that's what they wanted to do. And as Kurt said, given our time, and that we had to make the game, if we were trying to bring in other IP, we would spend all of our time, as Kurt said, lawyers talking in rooms. And that's no fun.
No,
we wouldn't have our fun. And again, I think that's what the Kang story can do. We can, in a way, we can bring all these different characters together, and it's all in the Marvel universe. So we don't have to spend our time in offices at tables negotiating. That's not fun. Let's do fun stuff. So that's I think that's what's so great about this game is it brings that flavor.
I
and
bet
lets you smash things together.
I bet you'll see it eventually, but I don't think you'll see it soon.
Okay, I like that.
Well,
I like the
they
answer.
can call you though. Again, since you wrote JLA.
There you go. I'm gonna say I know a guy. I know a guy.
Payday time.